Hi, my name is Deborah Bird, and I am a local mortgage strategist here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I was given your information to contact you to see what it would take to get the ball started on buying a home. And so I just wanted to personally reach out and kind of put a face to a name, as I'm sure you've seen Deborah Bird come through now on your text message and email. And so I just wanted to explain kind of what the process, how it works, what it looks like. Even if you've bought and sold before, I'd say even in the last 2 years, it's changed quite a bit. So we have a lot of traditional loan programs that you may see on a Google search, and then we have a lot of non-traditional programs you won't see on a Google search. And so I really pride my team on being able to dig deep, find yeses where we need them, be unconventional with the way we approach some things, but also very strategic so that we're using your money to work smarter and harder for you, because no one likes to pay fees or interest if they don't have to, and we really make it more of a strategy, not just a loan. And so just remember, when you go to buy a home, you're buying two different things, and we often forget that because it appears to be just one purchase, but you're really buying a home and agreeing on a price of a home, but then you're also buying the money to finance the home, which sometimes changes throughout the life of that loan. And so whether you're really, really busy, maybe you don't have time to respond right away or have that initial phone call, we have made the process a little bit easier and more digital for those who are busy with the day-to-day of their full-time jobs. So if you're ready to get started, you can go directly to my website, which is thedeborahbird.com. You'll click Apply Now and Purchasing a Home. Now, I will say if you use Google Chrome, that's going to be your best internet browser for this website and this process. It's also mobile friendly. So if you're on a mobile device, know that you can still do this. But what we've decided to do is we've implemented just an initial web form when you start the application that is typically the questions I ask on that first phone call to figure out what's most important to you and a little bit about your story and your unique needs for this home that you're looking for, whether it's maybe you have some credit challenges, you're self-employed, maybe you don't want to show tax returns, maybe you just had a bankruptcy or foreclosure and you're looking for something with just 1 month seasoning, or the perfect scenario, but you're just waiting on one home to sell before you buy another. Whatever it is, that initial web form allows us that first higher level conversation. Just please be sure to check that you're not a robot, and so that it takes you to our software that starts the initial mortgage application. So when you start that process, I say it's best not to include the property address, even if you're already under contract and you know the property address, because it triggers disclosures. And anytime we do that, we then have 3 days before we have to send those out, and it's usually not based off actual numbers yet. So you'll go through the mortgage application, kind of think of it like an initial rough draft before we call you to go over the results. But that's really the best place that we get started. And we do have a platform where you can securely upload your lender documents, which I highly recommend you do. The sooner the better, because the more pieces we have to the puzzle up front, well, then that allows us to, essentially, if you can think of all these loan programs we have available, I really only want to, tailor it for what's going to be best for you and only go over those options for your unique needs. So if we can get the application with those initial lender documents, that's usually the best way for us to get started. So you can upload those directly, and although we do have some programs where we don't need any documents, I'll tell you, when I do get them, sometimes I can squeeze out more pennies when I need to, or find more things that I need. So just be prepared. That's typically your most current 2 years, tax returns, all pages, all schedules, business returns if you have business, income, K-1s, things like that. Most current 2 years W-2s and 1099s. Most current 30 days of pay stubs. So we can look at your year to date on those in the most recent 30 days. Your most current 2 months worth of bank statements. And know that none of this can be screenshots. It does have to be the actual statements, all pages, even if the last page is blank. But that's how we will source cash to close. And even if they're not all in there yet, that's okay. We'll need a current valid government ID, and that's really all we need essentially to get started. If you have a divorce decree that awards certain debts that we may need, obviously we'll need that, or bankruptcy paperwork. There may be some other outliers that we'll need once we see your application come through. But that's kind of where we first get started. So I know that was kind of long-winded, but for those of you who don't like to read long emails, sometimes it's easier to just listen to a video. Please find me. Go ahead and connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. I'd love to connect, kind of learn more about you as you learn more about me. And as always, save my direct line. This is a way that you can text me, as well as my team line. So if you ever need to get a hold of the team, this is the best way to get a hold of us. So I look forward to working with you. And if you have any other friends or family members that need a full mortgage strategy, we will be happy to help them as well. Hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.